I am Go Home, and I'd like to welcome you back to another product review. Today, we are very fortunate to have with us some new Go Transit cars. That's right, happy birthday Go Transit. You're celebrating 50 years this year, so I thought I would do a little tribute to you. So, here we go. Okay, so this is like the 100th, and I'm being sarcastic when I say that, the 100th run of these Go Transit cars. Athearn seems to be the only one that really wants to put out these Canadian models for us, Go Transit enthusiasts. Are they up to par? Are they still any good? And do they stack up to the rest? Well, we'll definitely take a look. I've heard, mixed reviews so far on these, but I thought I'd give my own take on it, seeing as how I am not a Go Transit pro or anything, but I've had a number of these cars purchased over the past several years. I think I've owned at least every road number, and I've used them quite a bit, so I'd like to do another review, because I don't think I did a review on any of my other ones. I might have showed them here and there, but this is probably my first review for these Go Transit cars, so that's pretty cool. So now for this new release here, there's several different cars that they have released. Just in case you want to get one of each, or all of them, I want to make sure you're getting the ones that you're looking for. So basically, this 3-car set here of the new paint set, there are 3 coach cars. Okay, there's also a single pack coach car that you can get that's a different road number from these 3. And then there's also a single control car, which you'll see in a bit. Now, along with this set of 5, sorry, there's 5 of them, there's another 5 that were released. 5 different road numbers of the original colors, which is just the green and green, but like same color green with the white. And basically they did another 3 set, another single coach car, and a control car as well. All new numbers, never released before. So 10 new cars. Now they're also being released in N scale for those N scale guys who love Go Transit or even commuter cars. But they're not going to be out for another week or so. Whoop. They're not going to be out for another week or so. So yeah, it's getting very heavy. There's a lot of Go Transit cars on the go right now, pun intended. They just released another run of the GP40-2, and basically just different road numbers. Not this paint scheme though, just the original paint scheme. I don't think that they're going to be doing the GP40 in this paint scheme here, but they will be releasing the F40 PHI or F59 PHI. Sorry about that. F59 in this paint scheme, but that won't be out until probably December. So a little bit of a delay on the locomotive. That's okay. We've got the cars. There's already 50 other things that have come out all at once. Sure, can't afford all of them, but we're definitely trying. So let's get this package undone. Let's get them out. Let's look at them and do the comparison. So for those of you who know that I hate overpaying for trains, I did a little bit of research, and again, Otter Valley comes up on top for having the best product at the best price. For the 3-pack of cars, I paid $153, and then obviously tax and shipping on top of that. But most other stores are selling them for about $200. And for the single car, the control car at the back there, paid $53. Most other stores are selling them for about $70 for the single. Why are people overpaying? I have no idea. But anyways, if you want a really good deal on these, go to Otter Valley. So far they have the best price. Okay, so here we can see coach car 2420. Then we have 2441, 2013, and in the back there, can't remember the number of that car. Let's see. Didn't put it on the tracks. 302. So right away, it's a very sharp paint scheme. Okay, you've got the number here, all the little details, such as no smoking. Sometimes they have a little handicap sign on it. I know the old ones did. I don't think these ones, nope, these ones don't. And then it also has where it says Metrolinx right there. So they have the full interior. No lights, unfortunately. We'll see if we can turn that around. All the little rivets going down the sides there. There's even some detail work on the top. And then on the ends of these cars, which are great because they never used to do this before, the paint scheme wraps right around, and then it has the Go logo with the car number right on the end there. That's great. With the control car here, now they just, for some reason, they just did the regular Go paint scheme here with the stripes, the Go logo, car number, you know, the little bell, grab irons, windshield wipers, and then the top wraps around. Now the first car that they did in this paint scheme was a control car, and it actually had a large window at the back here, and it definitely didn't look like this. So I don't know if they didn't get the memo, or if they just didn't want to retool to do an entirely new control car. Guess this is the cheaper alternative of the two. So I mean, you know, it's you get what you get, really. Apparently they weren't listening when a lot of people said we need the real control car in that paint scheme because that would be awesome. But unfortunately it's not the case here. Okay, so now for a side-by-side comparison. You'll see my new Go Transit car beside one of what I'm thinking is one of the first runs. It was the 30 years of Go run. So when we look at the color difference here, I mean, it's obviously very different. You've got more of a cream or off-white color as the base color, where that is definitely white. It's white, eggshell white. I don't know if it's because the original car is showing its age and it needs to be cleaned or just repainted because it's an old car, or that's how they did it and it was never this white. It's hard to say. The real life cars, they look very, very much white. So in a sense, isn't this one wrong? It's hard to say. Another thing that you'll notice, if you have really good eyes, you'll notice that the seats inside the old one are blue, which I'm sure they've changed within the time, because now they're cream colored. They're cream colored seats on the inside there. Whether or not in real life these two colors here match up with the actual Go Transit car, I'm looking at the sets right now, like the set for how it is and how it looks with the locomotive. When I take an Atlas GP40-2, put it right in front here, you'll notice that the green of this Atlas, not Athearn like the cars, but even Atlas GP40-2 matches up with the top green here, as opposed to the old green here. Unless my eyes are off, I don't know. You'll also notice that it's white, like it should be. Even better, as another comparison for you, This is from the first run of an Athearn, because these are Athearn, just to play it fair. F59 PHI. So technically, the white here is not white, it's cream. And the green, well, green tends to look a little bit more like this one, but the cream throws the white off, so it looks more like it should be with that one, right? This is getting very confusing. I think they should find some more of a standard color that they should use for these things instead of, you know, going all over the place. None of these cars kind of match up. I don't get it. after running them around the track and getting a good look at them and seeing how well they work and whatnot, I have a few likes and do not likes that I just want to share with everybody. So we'll start with the likes, okay, and then we'll go to the do not likes. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean I do not like these cars. I really do enjoy them. I love the look of them. There's a reason why I bought as many as I have, and basically, like, you know, when they come out with more, I'm gonna buy more. That's just how it is. That's how I am. So basically, for this new run of the Athearn HO Scale Go Transit car, the things that I do like, I like the fact that the paint scheme wraps right around the whole part, so it even goes to the front of the car. I also like that they put the Go Transit logo at each end of the car as well. It's a really nice touch. Same with the Metrolink, because the cars are by Metrolink now. But a couple of things that I wish that they would change. One would be the coupler. I know it's an easy fix, just switch over to Katie's and then you're good. The wheels and the wheel sets, they always, whenever they come from the factory, they always seem like they're out of gauge. So having, you know, picked up a number of cars and having to sit there and recalibrate all the wheels, it obviously takes some time. And if you don't have the tools to do it, then you have to go out and get the tool to do it, and it's a bit of a hassle. But other than the wheels, the wheel sets and the couplers, the fact that they did the control car just like your standard Go Transit car that they've been doing for a long time now, and not stepping up their game with retooling for the proper control car, because that's a big miss for a lot of Go Transit fans. I know I can hear it now. Why does it look like this? So it's just one of those things that kind of irks me. It doesn't really matter to me that they didn't come with lights. People are very 50-50 on whether or not they want lighted cars. Some people that have got lit up cars don't even care that much for the lights that they come with. So I think that as upgradable as it is and easy for anybody to do, it should be up to you if you want to light it, and if you don't want it lit up, then you shouldn't have to pay for it, really. So that's a bonus for these cars. Now, a lot of people will say, okay, what's with the color scheme? Some people don't even like this color scheme that Go Transit put out. They say, oh, pukey, green, ugh. I've never been a fan of change, but these cars just look so sharp. I have no complaint whatsoever as far as the paint. Athearn has done a stand-up job painting these cars. I've found no flaws in the paint, no blemishes, no nothing, no running. It looks like it's been professionally painted, and these almost look like museum quality car. So with these cars, I mean, if you're what they'd call a rivet counter, yeah, you would not be happy with this car at all. I mean, especially with the fact that, if you look at a picture of the real car, or if you're looking at the real car, I mean, even the number of windows is off. Even when I tried to replicate and do custom jobs, not like this paint scheme, but I did some custom jobs, just the whole thing of it was off, just because it's missing a couple of windows and whatnot. To me, again, it's not a big deal, because for Athearn to be basically the only company willing to put out this car, I don't know why nobody else is doing it, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it for now. We've been dealing with it for years, in the past, where they've released a bunch of other cars just like this that are not prototypical. I guess they expect just to keep putting out the exact same car with a different road number each time. That's why I kind of wanted to go with these, because at least it's a little bit of a different paint job. One more thing that kind of bothers me is that for the N scale model rotors, they were saying that basically even if you have a 3-car set, if you plan on running 4 or more cars, then you basically need 2 locomotives. To me, that's strange. Either one of my locomotives right now can pull about 4 cars, which is a little ridiculous, seeing as how in real life one train can pull about 12 to 15 cars. So I'm not sure if that's just based solely off the weight of these or just the power behind the locomotives themselves. I mean, it'd be great if you know, one locomotive can pull a whole bunch of these, but there's just not enough power behind them. Now, I did try to do a link up between my GP40 and my F59 PHI, but because the GP40 has a very, it's like a slow start, it's a realistic kind of, you know, when you turn up the speed, it starts real low and then it starts gaining momentum, where the Athearn one, it just, when you turn up the speed, it goes fast right away. I don't know why, but speed matching the two of them would not be ideal. So I'll have to wait till I either have 2 locomotives the exact same in order to be able to pull like a long consist of cars here. But yeah, for now I guess I'm stuck only pulling 4 at a time per locomotive. So if you plan on getting a whole whack load of these, make sure you at least have you know, 1 locomotive per 4 cars, I guess. I can't seem to pull any more than that, especially up at 2% grade. All my grades here are 2%, and even the GP40, which is made by Atlas, it struggles a little bit pulling up even just 4 cars. But I don't know, I guess that might just be the locomotive itself. I'm not too sure. But alright guys, so time for my final verdict. When it comes to these Athearn cars, I mean, they look sharp. Right out of the package, they're ready to go. Minor tweaking if it comes to, you know, the wheels or the couplers. If you're not happy with them, swap them out. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. As far as what you're getting for the dollar, I mean, you can get a Rapido LRC car for roughly the same price as one of these, but you're getting way more from Rapido. So I really hope that in the future that Athearn steps up their game. I'm tired of seeing the same thing over and over again without any improvement whatsoever. Sure, it's nice to see a different paint scheme, different road numbers, but it's the exact same car. Retool it from the ground up, give us a better product, and I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more. But until they do, I guess I've got a train to catch. Thanks again, guys. Stay tuned for my SD40 review, because I know that you have not had enough SD40s, so stay tuned for mine. I'm Go Veer, Go Home.